Hello and welcome to another Kamen Rider X8 toy review. This is the DX Shakariki Sports Gashat. So this was actually the first Rider Gashat we got, the first toy that we got in the entire X8 toy line. And so it's kind of the preview toy that we got for the toy line, like how we got the DX Newton icon in the Kamen Rider Drive series. So in this case, we got this earlier also, except that it wasn't packaged with any of the ghost items. It was just packaged on its own, little packaging. So that was mainly for preview purposes, and so it came out around the time that it appeared in the Ghost series. Alright, Kamen Rider Gamer did appear in the Ghost series as a cameo, and he used this as his power-up Gashat. So that's why they released it around that time. Okay, so Shakariki Sports Rider Gashat, kind of similar to your other Rider Gashat in most regard. It's pretty much the same fare going on, it's the same mold. There's obviously more going on the top here. You can see it's printed all over. Okay, let me just bring in the Mighty Action X. You can see the Mighty Action X is a little bit more transparent. You can see more of my hand through it, whereas this one is a lot more solid. Okay, the Mighty Action X was a bit more clear because of the overlapping, and I'll show that off later on when I do the transformation. But first things first, we'll go over the sounds and lights. So it's pretty much the same as all your Rider Gashat so far. You get like sounds on a cycling system, 2-press cycling system. So let me just get the lights off and you guys can see the LEDs a little bit more clearly. Alright. Man, I like the guitar riff. Alright, let me just show the back of the Rider Gashat while the lights are still off. So you guys can see. That's pretty much the image that will be displayed on the DX Gamer driver. Alright, the Gamer driver is right here. And we can do transformation now. Now, do note that the Shakariki Sports is meant to go into the second slot because it's a power-up Gashat. However, we'll be plugging into the first slot so I can show off what this thing can do. Alright, so let's plug it in. So despite the Shakariki Sports being only a power-up Gashat and not actually being used for transformation purposes, it does feature the level 1 transformation sound, and it also has the level 2 transformation sound, which I will show right now. So you are able to turn into Sports Gamer Level 1 and Sports Gamer Level 2, despite that not being in the show. Not sure if it will appear in the show later on or in other media, but for now it's a toy exclusive. Alright! Let me just show it again a bit nearer to the screen. So you guys can see the bicycle is inside there. Okay, now we can do some level 3 sounds as well. So let's just bring back the Mighty Action X. Mighty Action X! Can do some level 3 transformations. So very cool, can have the two sounds blend into each other, which is just the level 3 effect that all of your Gashato are able to do. However, you cannot really see the Mighty Action X under the Shakariki Sports, and that's because the Shakariki Sports should be on the other slot instead, so the two should be reversed. And so I shall reverse them. Alright, so here is the actual level 3 transformation. Now you've turned into Sports Action Gamer level 3, which is the form that Kamen Rider Genma does use in the show. Now, granted, he does use a different version of the Mighty Action X. He uses the prototype version. However, since the sounds are the same, probably the LEDs are the only thing that's different here. However, you do get the Genma level 3 transformation unlockable through the toy already, which is pretty cool. And I can show you just how it sounds like on its own. Alright. So here's how the Shakariki Sport sounds on its own without a main level 1 or level 2 Gashato on the left slot. So that's the sound activation on its own. And we can combine with other things as well. So let's bring in the Bakso bike. Alright. So it can become Sports Bike Gamer. That's pretty cool. You can see the two do overlap nicely together because the Bakso bike is also a personal rider Gashato. And with all the personal rider Gashato, we have a trend of them all having the names on the left side, whereas the power-up ones, we have only Shakariki Sports, but I do believe all of them will be on the right side. So you can see both names when you combine them together for level 3. And so that's for the transformation. We do have some other things we can do with the Shakariki Spot, so let's just get the gamer driver out of the way first. And we'll bring in the Kimewaza slot holder. So plugging into the Kimewaza slot holder allows you to unlock the critical strike, which is the final attack for most of your Rider Gashato. So as always, press the button on the top once for the standby sound, again for the actual attack. Now, sometimes your Gashato will say Kaijin do Ipatsu, which is translated as your critical hit. So that's pretty cool. It's random, it happens once in a while. And I didn't cover this in the Kimewaza slot holder review as well. And that is if you press it again, you can restart the countdown again. Alright, so that's for the critical strike. Now your Rider Gashato and this one included as well do have the critical finish sound, which is unlockable only through your Gashakon weapon series, which I do not have any of them right now, so I cannot show that off. When I do eventually pick one up, which I haven't decided which one I will, I can show off all the sounds there. So that's a wrap for the Shakariki Sports Rider Gashato. Now, this item is not for transformation, it's not a personal rider Gashato. It doesn't allow you to transform into any of the riders. So if you're not planning to pick up every single Gashato or not even completing all the 10 main games, you can afford to skip out on this one. However, it's not very pricey item. If you can afford it, pick one up. It's lots of fun and it's the only retail release Gashato for Kamen Rider Genmu. Unfortunately, the Proto Mighty Action X will not be a retail release. It will be a campaign item that I'm not sure if I will even be able to track one of those down. So if you really like Genmu like myself and you want to pick up one of his Radical Shuttle, pick one of these up. It's used by him very regularly. It's also able to unlock all of his transformation sounds with the Mighty Action X. It's not exactly the same, but you do get the full transformation sounds, which is something that fans would actually like. Tune in next time for another review, and I'll see you next game.